Hi lovely, so welcome to another beautiful tutorial. So on this tutorial, we're going to be cutting a six pieces skirt and we are going to be drafting it directly on our fabric. We won't be using any paper for this. So for you to do this, you'll be needing 4 yards of any African print of your choice. So guys, we'll go ahead and fold our fabric into two. And please guys, the wideness of the fabric I'm using that is folded into two is 28 inches wide. Like fold into two is 28 inches wide. So I'll just go ahead and draw a line at that tip of my fabric, at that mouth. So that line will be our starting point. So now I'll go ahead for us to get our center part of these six pieces. So we'll be using our bust span measurement. So I'll be measuring my bust span there and I'll be adding half inch for my dart. So I'll be measuring my bust span there. So I'll be taking it all through to the down of this to the full length of the skirt. So this is for the center part for the six pieces. You guys all know that these six pieces have a center part. So for the center part, I marked my bust span measurement of 4 inches and I added half inches on it, just like you drafting your bustier on your fabric direct. So now at that point, I'll be placing my tape there. You can see I place my tape. I minus 2 inches for the waistband. So I'll be marking my hip line there. So then I'll be going down to around 18 inches. I'll be marking my upper knee line there as well. Then I'll be marking the full length of my skirt. So I'll be marking the full length of my skirt there. Then I'll also be adding extra 1.05 inches allowance. So I'll just go ahead and use my ruler and draw out those lines as you can see, so that it will be more visible for you to see them. So then I'll be bringing it back. So guys, I want to also draw out the knee line so that it will be more visible. So that line I'm drawing right now is our upper knee line. That is the upper knee line where our flare will start from. Then I'll be placing my tape there. At that point, I'll be taking my dart intake of half inches at both parts of that line. Then I'll place my tape and I'll be going down by 4.05 inches for my dart. That is the length of my dart. So I'll go ahead and connect it like this. So I'll just go ahead and connect it as you see me doing. Now guys, you know that this is our hip line, our knee line, and at the full length. So you know that at this center part, this six pieces skirt is in flare. So you go ahead and determine how wide you want that part to be. So I made use of 10 inches. So I made use of 10 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark that 10 inches to the full length of the upper part, that is at that waist part. So I want to have a straight line there. So I'm just marking that 10 inches to the waist point so that I can have a straight line there. So this line will be guiding me later on. So I just wanted to take that 10 inches that I added at the down part of my flare. I want it to the fullness of the top, so it will be a guide. So now I'll go ahead and connect from my knee point, that my upper knee point like this. I'm just going to label it N. My upper knee point like this to that the full length of my skirt, that part that I went in by 10 inches. So that is what I'll go ahead and connect it like this. So this is what I'll be forming the flare for the center part. You guys know that the center part of a six pieces also have a flare. So that is how I'll just go ahead and connect it. So this is what the center part will be looking like. As you can see, this is what it will be looking like. So now we want to start taking the measurement for the sides. So I'll go ahead, and this side now I'll be taking it from here, from this down part of the center part. So I'll go ahead and place my tape there and also be minusing 2 inches, and I'll be taking my hip line and I'll go ahead and insert my upper knee line as well, as you see me doing. Then my full length will also be at that waist point. So that is where my full length is. So I'll go ahead from that place that I marked 10 inches. That is where I'll start inserting my measurement. So let me just draw out that line so you can see. That place that I marked 10 inches, that is where I'll be taking my measurement. So I'll be placing my tape like this, and I'll be deducting 4 inches and now mark my waist circumference. From my waist circumference, whatever I have in my waist circumference, I'll be deducting 4 inches. So I had 10 inches for my waist, so I remove 4 inches, I marked 6. So the same thing I will do for the hip. My hip circumference divided by 4, I'll go ahead and minus 4 inches from it, and I will be inserting it there. That 4 inches we are deducting is that 4 inches that we took in for the center part of the skirt. So whatever I have at that my hip part, I'll be removing 1.05 inches and I'll be inserting it at that upper knee part. Now at the full length of the skirt, you see that line that I'm pointing right now, you will just go ahead and place your tape there and now determine how wide you want your down part to be, like the flare part to be. Just go ahead and determine how wide you want it to be at that point. So mine, I went out by 20, around that kind 23 inches for my wideness of it. So I marked 20 inches, I mean to say. I took 20 inches. That is how wide I want that down part to be. Now we just go ahead and use our ruler and connect the line. So watch carefully to see how I connect these lines together. So I didn't place my curve very well at this point, so I just have to turn it over and place it again. So from that upper knee part now, from that upper knee, I'll be extending it to that full length of the skirt. So this is how you can also go about cutting your 6 pieces gown and other things. So I'll just extend it to that part like this, as you can see. Now at that center part, the side center part of that skirt, I'll be connecting from that upper knee line as well to that other dark leg. You can see how I'm doing it. So I'm just making that line to be visible, the upper knee line, and I'll be connecting it like this so that it can form a flare at that center part as well. So that is what I'm doing right now. So guys, this is all for now. As you can see, it have already bring out that 6 pieces shape. So now we want to add our seam allowance. So the seam allowance I add for mine is 2.05 inches because we are going to be using 1 inch to join that two side. That is half inch at both sides. So if you are using anything less than 2.05 inches, know that you won't be having enough seam allowance to close your dress. So I use 2.05 inches for my allowance. At the waistline, I added 2.05 inches. At the hip line, I added the same thing. So you can just go ahead and connect that to that your upper knee line if you want it very fitted and tight. But for mine, the person I was making it for, the person didn't want hers to be that tight at that knee pad. So I'll just go ahead and come out by 1.05 inches and connect it together like this. Now I'll just go ahead and do it like this, and then I will just blend it into that line that I have done already for this side. So this is all for it. So just watch carefully so that you can see how I go about cutting this particular skirt. So now for the back part, there will not be anything, there will not be much things to do because we'll be using this front part to cut the back. So just watch carefully to see how I'm cutting. So I'm cutting at the dart now. So just watch carefully to see I'm cutting this. Please, I'm emphasizing on you watching how I'm cutting it so that you won't make mistake with the lines. So you can see how the center part came out. You can see that down part how it's looking now is the side part that I'm cutting out. Just watch at the lines I'm cutting so that you won't make mistake with yours. So this is what it's looking like. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out like this, and I'll just do it like this. So guys, this is all for the cutting of this front part. So now for the back part, we'll just go ahead and place this on another fabric and cut out the same thing that we have here, just that the center part of the back will be having a zipper allowance. So I just notch my knee part, that upper knee part, so that while joining it, I will make sure that it's aligned with the center part. So I'll go ahead and bring another fabric and fold it into two. So this is the fabric I'm working with, and it's unfold as where is unfold. So I'll just go ahead and place this center pad on it like this. And this pad I'm placing right now will be carrying the zipper allowance for the center back. So make sure that you add your zipper allowance for the center back. That is just the difference between the center front and the center back. So the center back will be having a zipper allowance. So just go ahead and place it up like this, and then you cut out exactly what you have on it. So you cut out exactly what you have on it like this. So this is what the center front is looking like. So just go ahead and open the zipper part as you see me doing. So after cutting what you have, you now go ahead and open your zipper part. So this is all for the center back part. Like as you can see, now we are to place the side front now for us to cut the side bag, like cutting the side bag. So this one, you won't be adding anything on this one, so you'll be just cutting exactly what you have on this center front, on this side front part, I mean to say. So you'll be cutting exactly what you have there. So just go ahead and place your front part and arrange it very well. Just make sure that you arrange it very well on it, so that you get what you want, and you go ahead and cut that. So guys, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Subscribe to my channel. And if you found this video helpful, please do wait to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. Just support this channel to grow by subscribing to it. Thank you so much. So guys, this is all for the cutting of this 6 pieces skirt. So just go ahead and notch the side back, because you have already notched the side front, so notch the side back as well. So this is what it's looking like. So now we'll go ahead and cut out a lining for all these pieces. So guys, I'm done cutting out lining for all the pieces, the front and the back piece, the side and the center piece. I've cut out the lining, so I'll go ahead and drop it aside. Now we'll go ahead and start joining these pieces together. So I'll be using the front part for an illustration. So this is our center front part, as you can see. Let me just clear the table. So this is our center front part, as you can see, and the right part, like the right part is facing up, as you can see. So you go ahead and get your side fronts like this. You make sure that the right side are facing each other. Then go ahead and use 1/2 inch to close the sides. That is the center part and the side part together, making sure that your notch aligns together. You'll be doing the same thing on the other part as well. You go ahead and place it like this, right side facing each other, and you'll be using 1/2 inch to stitch through. So I'll be doing this for all the pieces, and I'll also be doing the same thing for the lining pieces as well. So guys, I'm done joining all the sides of these 6 pieces skirts together. As you can see, it's looking so neat and beautiful. These are the back part, so and this is the front part. As you can see, it's looking so beautiful and neat. So now it's now time for us to use our lining and turn this, and turn the the skirt. So we'll be starting with the down part. You go ahead and place your lining front facing each other. That is the right side of the lining facing the right side of the fabric, and you will sew from the down and sew the sides, then you'll be turning it out from the upper part. So I've done that for all the skirts, all the pieces. As you can see, I've turned the fabric. You can see how neat is looking inside, so we don't have any rough edge, just the upper part which we'll be adding our waistband to, that is left. So I've done the same thing for the sides, as you can see. So I did the same thing for the sides as well, the back part, that is the two back piece. So we'll go ahead and close the zipper part of this back piece so that we can be able to join the front and the back together. So I'll go ahead and place right side facing each other like this. Then I'll be using my zipper allowance to close that part. So whatever zipper allowance you take, you'll be closing that. You'll be just use it and close that part, and the upper part will be having a gather stitch. So just go ahead and close it like this till the end. That's what I'll be doing to the end. So I'll just taking this to my sewing machine and I'll be doing that. So guys, I'm done closing it. As you can see, I've done closing the zipper allowance for the back so that we can be able to join our front to the back piece. So we can join the side of our front to the back piece. So this is what it's looking like. You just go ahead and join it. You'll be using your waist circumference to join your waist. So if you can see what I mean, I use my waist circumference to join my waist, and I did the same thing for my hip. Then from that upper knee part down, I just use 1 inch to close the side. So now we'll go ahead and open our zipper allowance like this. We'll be opening it to the part that our gather stitch ends so that we can insert our zip, our waistband, I mean to say. So I'll go ahead and I'll be measuring the circumference of this skirt, of the waist part of the skirt. So just go ahead and measure it. This will be what we'll be using to cut our waistband. So now I will be using this to cut our waistband like this, as you can see. Now this is our waistband, and I've already added my paper stale to it. So I added my paper stale to it. I'll go ahead and fold it into two, and I'll be using my tape to measure out my waist circumference on it. So I'll go ahead and measure my waist circumference on it like this. Then I'll be adding 1/2 inch that I'll be using to close the sides of this waistband. So I cut out my waist measurements and I added 1/2 inch that I'll be using to close it. Then the wideness of my band is 2.05 inches and is on fold. So I'll just be closing it like this, the side of the waistband. I'll go ahead and open it up, flip it like this, and I'll close the edge. So you can see I'm done closing that. Now is for us to attach it to our skirt. So you'll be attaching it like this. You'll be joining the front part first. That part I didn't fold in, you'll be joining it first. You make sure that you stitch it to the end. After joining it, you now turn it over like this and stitch the back part. So guys, I'm done stitching the waistband. You can see this skirt does not have any rough edge on it. You can see the waist part is also closed, so you won't be needing your overlock machine for this particular skirt. Now you just go ahead and attach your zip to it. That is all for this particular 6 pieces skirt. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you.